Welcome to a fresh new Cuppa Depresso. The topic of today is self-awareness. Before I start, I want to thank Kravis and Sean for allowing me to use their music in my videos. It's lo-fi, jazzy, feel-good music like theirs that get me in the zone to create. Check them out at their Instagram handles, Kravism and Genesis Kiefer Music, and on their SoundCloud for more of their music. Now, back to the topic at hand. Self-awareness is defined as the conscious knowledge of one's own character and feelings, to have a clear perception of one's own strengths and weaknesses, thoughts, emotions as well as beliefs. I find that it is essential to understand myself in order for others to understand me. The best way to do that is through self-reflection. I used to have a major anger management issue that started when I was young. I was never able to communicate or express my feelings of frustration well. This resulted in sudden outbursts and violent tendencies. Every single time I lost my temper, I found myself looking back and regretting my actions upon realizing how I could have handled things better. Most recently, I lost my temper during my basic military training in Tekong and punched the wall when I couldn't manage my anger. I ended up completely fracturing a bone in my hand, and after 2 surgeries, I'm left with a huge scar to remind me of my mistake. I realized that if I had taken a minute to sit and think of the situation, instead of getting overwhelmed by my emotions as well as the people and things that were going on around me, the anger would have subsided on its own. I would have avoided all the pain and trouble I caused my family as well as myself. After the incident, however, I found myself being a more peaceful person, and I'm always seeking understanding before reacting to a situation. It's been over a year and a half, and I found that I'm able to manage my emotions well now. Another example of self-awareness was when I was in the hospital after my surgery and I was reading a book called The Little Book of Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept which means a reason for being. It is made up of 4 pillars: passion, mission, vocation, and profession. I've always mistakenly understood passion to be something that I love doing but never realized that it must be something that I'm good at. This got me to reflect on the different hobbies that I thought I was passionate about but were merely passing interests. It got me to ponder upon what I wanted to do after serving my national service. In the book, profession was defined as what you are good at and what can be paid for. After graduating from poly, I freelanced as a junior grip on film sets for about a year and felt that as much as the pay was good, it wasn't something that I could become very good at or that I wanted to pursue. I've spent a lot of time fretting over what I love, what I'm good at, and what I can be paid for, but I never thought about what the world needed. As I lay in the hospital bed, it finally hit me. The one thing that I was good at, that the world needed more of. Empathy. In that moment, I realized that empathy was something that always came naturally to me. That I was able to understand the emotions of others. That the depression I struggled with while growing up taught me to feel. That me being called overly sensitive when young was just me displaying my characteristics as an empath. That was the moment I decided I wanted to study and explore the field of psychology. To me, self-awareness is a key factor to personal growth. If we can't face our insecurities and accept our weaknesses, then denial will impede our ability to grow. We won't be able to see ourselves for who we really are. It is good practice to consciously allow yourself to view your experiences from a wider perspective, without any form of biasness, and draw lessons from them. Another good way is to ask a few trusted friends what they honestly think of us, what we are doing well and what we can be better at. When we do this at different phases of our lives, we will then be able to compare them and see the progress made to see how far we've come and how we can go even further. This will give us a clearer direction in life and hopefully guide us down a better path. It has so far for me. With that, I hope you look forward to your next Cuppa Depresso.